Before we get started too much on tonight's game, just wanted to kind of open this up a little bit. Obviously, after throwing really well this weekend, we kind of found out yesterday afternoon pretty late that Riley Quick ended up kind of tearing up the UCL a little bit and is having head surgery this afternoon. From what I hear, everything went great, but we'll be obviously without him the rest of the year, which stinks for him. That kid works really, really hard. But the good news is he's going to be on the road to recovery and getting back before we know it. And fortunately, we have some guys that gives him an opportunity to kind of step up in his spot. So we're obviously going to miss Riley, but he's going to be right there with us every step of the way, which I am excited about. As far as tonight's game goes, man, I think obviously there was no secret. They kind of gave us some fits offensively a little bit. The starter came in and had a really good changeup going, man. Like really good changeup, really good breaking ball. I think he threw 5 or 6 heaters the whole outing. And I think you saw us as hitters kind of get in between a little bit, and instead of having maybe a concrete plan of what we were trying to do, kind of let it affect us, and we tried to hit everything. The beauty is we pitched the ball at an extremely high level and played really good defense. I thought Greg Ferone was great. Zane Probst competed his tail off for us. And then Austin Morris was great. And then Braylon Myers came in and was outstanding. So when you throw the ball like that, it gives your offense a chance when you're trying to find your way a little bit. It gives you some time. So I thought that was outstanding. Obviously, TJ takes a really big swing on a changeup early and runs it out of the yard. And Ebbs in general, just a great day. I mean, the homer was awesome late, but I thought the hustle triple there early in the game was huge because it just able to extend a lead. TJ obviously turns around and drives them in. But some little stuff that you guys don't see, just it's an older player here, man. This guy knows the game and is just doing some stuff in the infield that if you're not a coach, you're probably not paying attention to, but just flipping coverages, just doing some different things that really showcases the maturity in the player he is and has continued to grow into be. So again, not the game that you go out and score 15 and go bully somebody off the field, but I thought it was a really competitive game. I thought they threw the ball extremely well. We matched it, played great defense, and that's really the story of the game. I mean, they had 2 errors and we were clean, and I think their errors turned into some stuff, and we were able to kind of minimize there. So obviously we'll take a win. Need to keep growing, need to keep getting better, but it's early season baseball. We're going to keep growing from it, but always good to end up on the right side of it.
Bryce, you had a tremendous summer. You finally broke through today. On your first hit of the year, were you thinking 3 straight out of the blocks? You kept running pretty hard all the way around the base paths there.
Yeah, no, I made contact, and honestly, I thought it was going to be caught, but I was trying to hustle and ended up seeing it dropped, and then got hit by the center fielder and was rounded second and decided to go 3, and it was big because TJ hit me in and scored that run.
What'd you see on the one you sent out?
Well, the first one I got quick pitched, and then really I was just trying to hit a line drive and make good contact to get us more runs. But I was happy. Went out and it was pretty big. So.
Yeah, TJ, you had your start to the season. What did you see tonight? 3 RBI game. How have you been able to improve it every day as a hitter?
Well, tonight I saw a lot of off-speed pitches, which, like I said in my last interview, I'm probably going to see all season. But in the home run at bat, I was able to see a changeup up, get a barrel to it, and as far as RBI goes, the coaches do a really good job of making sure that we practice that and practice just getting a runner in from third, and they really emphasize that in our plan. When there's a runner on third with less than 2, we need to get him in. So, just widen my base, getting a 2-strike approach, and just putting the ball in play kind of plays into that.
Coach, what did you think of that? You saw, he grounded out, but he scored, and you saw some of that throughout the game, just this team approach to their trips to the plate.
Yeah, and I think it speaks to their kind of unselfishness. I think that's kind of the identity we've tried to create as coaches, but at the same time, what we try to create doesn't matter if these guys don't buy into it. And from day one, man, these guys have been unbelievably coachable, extremely, extremely unselfish. I mean, this guy's hit a home run in Omaha before. He's played at a really, really high level in some big-time games. And for him to say, I understand this, because it was big, right? He gets a third and it's huge, and they get Gage Miller to punch. And I think you were back to a deeper count in that situation too. It's one of those things where if TJ's up there saying, I'm going to get mine, I'm going to hit another jack, I'm going to pump one out of here, man, we get a punch there, you never know, and he finds a way to get it done. And this group's been extremely unselfish all year, not just the position players, but the pitchers as a unit. Man, this group just wants to win. And I think at the end of the day, when we're not all over the barrel, being able to score in ways like that is just really important. It's hustle, being aggressive, and being unselfish. And I think this group has shown that in this short sample size of the season. Now we just got to keep growing, and I'd like to mix in a couple loud ones as well as the execution ones. But it's impressive to see them just sacrifice themselves for the greater good there.
Yeah, Coach, you were able to, Gage Miller went 1 for 5, but he went 0 for 4, and then 8th inning hit a homer. What does that say about him to be able to bounce back after a tough start of the game?
No, yeah, you know what's coming. We've seen enough of Gage Miller that we know we knew that it was more perplexing. I'm like, Gage, you're getting blown up by 86 right now, brother. Can we not get blown up on this next at bat? But I don't think anybody in this dugout is worried, stressed, concerned. I mean, that guy's a dangerous man with a bat in his hands, and he did. He got to a good count. He got to a good count and got on time with a good pitch, and that's the thing. I mean, we spend so much time on strike zone discipline. It's not strictly to walk more, but that's where we're going to slug more when we get in better counts. What they did a really good job of early is they kind of got us off of a little bit of a plan, but they were also executing it. I mean, that was a good changeup, and there's plenty of guys with good changeups, but they don't land it, and so it's kind of not effective, right? It's not like, shoot, we could go up there and just take it and it wouldn't have mattered. We'd have still been buried in counts. It was kind of just an impressive display of him commanding 2 good secondary pitches. And we have a lot of power on our pitching staff. I don't think there's any doubt. So that's a little bit of a different thing for us is a guy that's going to go up there and just mix with soft stuff. We just don't see that a lot every day. So seeing that, even though it wasn't pretty, I think we punched 5 times against him today. I thought he did an outstanding job, and it's good for us because it's a really good teaching moment as we get in there and as we kind of get this season rolling.
Coach, speaking of power bats, Camden Hayslip back on the lineup card for the first time since Friday, and you saw 2 different occasions where they put in a lefty to face him. What do you think that says about what other teams think of his power?
Yeah, if you roll in and watch that dude take BP, you probably ain't throwing him too many flat righty mile-an-hour fastballs down the middle, and that's Cam. Like, he swung the bat unbelievable in the preseason, had an unbelievable fall, kind of tweaked his thumb on the Tuesday scrimmage before Manhattan, and so he just hasn't been able to hit a lot and do a lot of the stuff he wants to do, but it was good. He said he felt good, so it was a good night to get him back in there. I think he really wanted to be in there opening night, but just wasn't quite feeling ready for it, so we gave him a couple days, and he texted me this morning and said, "Hey, Coach, feels great," and so we ran him out there, and that's what he's going to see. The big thing with Cam and the big growth that I've seen in Slip over this fall is really commanding the zone and not letting it get fast, and it's a hard thing when you take a week off and you're trying to hop back in there and do that, and because when that guy gets in the right count, man, buckle up. I say that in the dugout all the time. When he gets in the right count, I think everybody's up on the rail and everybody knows exactly what's going to happen. And that's him continuing to take the steps he made in the fall and the preseason and carry that over into gameplay. And I thought he got in some tough counts tonight, worked a walk after being buried in 1, but just got behind in some counts and left the zone almost like, took the pitch he should have moved on and moved on the pitch he should have took. And that's part of just getting back in the rhythm and getting back in there. But, man, he's dangerous. It's heck of a good guy to have back in the lineup.
What did you like out of Greg Ferrand tonight, and how are you going to use him moving forward knowing there's an open spot for a starter?
Yeah, I thought Greg was outstanding. I mean, I thought he just kind of was an extension of his outing on Sunday, on Saturday. And when he threw on Saturday, we kind of knew he was tolling around. We just wanted to get his feet wet. We knew we were going to start him on Tuesday. And so we just wanted to kind of get his feet wet, and I thought he continued that. I thought he attacked with the fastball, was landing secondary stuff. That heater's hard to get above. You can ask these two. They see it all the time and stuff. It's hard to get above that fastball. And he just did a great job of kind of setting the tone for the game, and really being what he's capable of. And, I think the beauty, as much as, I don't think you replace a guy like Riley Quick. I don't think that's a term that anybody on our staff would use. But you have some options of some guys you could plug into there to kind of fill the gap a little bit. And Greg's certainly a candidate for that, so we'll kind of see how the rest of this week goes, see how he's feeling, and we'll kind of get a good plan for the weekend come Thursday.
Bryce, you're versatile defensively. You can play multiple spots on the infield. It was a team effort for you guys, catching multiple different runners tonight. Can you speak on not only how you've grown at those positions, but also the chemistry of the group?
Yeah, no, I think we're very strong defensively. I think LeBron is an elite defender, and just being able to play, different type of positions and different moments of the game. It's one. I love doing it because I like being a versatile player, and it helps the team. And wherever I play, I just try and defend the best I can defend and win games for the team.
Anything else?
Yeah, TJ, what are you going to have to do to continue this run of success that you've had? You've seen the ball well, multiple different pitch types, like you mentioned. You kind of know what you're going to be expecting to see, but how do you stay consistent?
I think just like Coach said, buying into the plan that they put together for us. That's what I've done, and I think it's working pretty good. We do a lot of play discipline stuff. We do a lot of stand on the heater stuff. Taking that away from pitchers. So I think if I just continue to do that and stay bought into that process, it'll keep going.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Roll Tide.
Thank you.